Does ISPON take it upon itself sometimes to go around and carry out enlightenment campaigns, teach people basic safety rules?
The issue of going around, the institute has done within the limit of its resources. The institute has never, for once, received any budgetary allocation from government, any subvention, any grant from government. Members of the institute pay their dues. Then those of them who are experts in their fields, because it's called Institute of Safety Professionals. So professionals from different angles, whether maritime, aviation, construction, civil engineering, they come together.
So people can just randomly come and join you as individuals, not to say corporate entities.
And
individuals?
Individuals. But the law says every company must have a safety officer. Now, if a company doesn't have a safety officer, how is it going to implement the content of its safety policy?
True that.
Because the organogram must indicate that you have a safety officer. And you must show where the safety officer reports to. Is there any impediment to his direct access to the CEO? Even in the military, those in intelligence department, they often have unrestricted communication line to the hierarchy. Because if you allow process to delay information, information has certain characteristics like timeliness, correctness, completeness. So if I give you half information, that may even mislead you.
And if you give me too late?
If I give you too late, it would have been stale. I would have been useless. Maybe you needed to do some preparation to counter what measures or put some countermeasures. So these are issues that we look at. So the issue of safety professional at a corporate environment is very paramount. That is why the Act, if you look at the offenses and penalties under the Act, there's penalty for the individual, penalty for a company. Yes. Some persons will ask us, are you supposed to regulate companies? What is the company all about? Company is a corporate citizen. It is supposed to have some policy guidelines within its system. And if you have finance policy of a company, will it be handled by a doctor? Will it not be handled by
a finance
expert? So how can you now have a safety policy and
you leave it with HR?
And yes, you say it's handled by HR. It's handled by facility manager. A facility manager is a facility manager.
To manage the facility?
Yes. And the facility manager is supposed to come and get some aspect of safety training. Otherwise, he will still be watching that facility collapse. It's not enough that you patched the facility because there was a crack, but you had to find out whether the crack is from the foundation or it's just somewhere.
All right, that's a good place. We're almost wrapping up. But Joseph, finally?
So this is time for chopping enjoyment. That do the harmony. So what will be your advice as we fry our rice, fry our chicken?
We travel
head and there. The Amatang is equally here.
Yeah. And you know about the traveling and all that. Was it a couple of days ago? A transport line, the whole vehicle kidnapped with passengers and everybody there. I'm still waiting to hear the story so far, how far it has gone. So what would you say to people this period?
It is sad that in the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, we're told that there will be cameras, there will be drones,
lights,
but we never saw that work. People have been kidnapped. Kidnappers have been collecting money, ransom. We even got to know that kidnappers even started building estate in Niger Republic. Yes. Now, which means the money, is it because we are not following what other countries are doing? We have our Bureau of Statistics. They would have been able by now to tell us, just like the Americans will tell you how much left their shores to Nigeria through remittances by Nigerians to their homes. So we should at least know whether it's official or unofficial remittances from kidnapped people to kidnappers and what the kidnapper did with the money. There are a lot of things. It looks as if the government must beef up that area of security. People must be able to travel freely, arrive destination. It will not cost the government anything to also have vehicles that will carry security people and travel up and down the highways.
Not the ones that are just there collecting bribes and so on, stopping every vehicle. Like,
You know what happened recently? Some police, overzealous police officer broke the windscreen of
and they were made
the first time, for the first time, accountability was enforced without going through the judiciary.
where did they see the money, sir? Yeah.
Some people say collect change.
However they go, 1 more minute. Finally, the quick tips for the season. No, they minute.
Now this is Harmattan. Harmattan season, when the northeast trade wind is passing through the west coast of Africa. Dryness, even the human hair. You know the hair of humans.
That's a natural one.
The natural
straight.
Now even the straight one, they are all dangerous at this point because when it is dry, there's what we call static electricity. It can cause fire. You can just rub your hair over a piece of paper and you see spark.
Oh.
So people should be careful. Don't burn bush if you are not going to stand there to control the fire. A fire can be very dangerous when it is not controlled. Then people driving should not be in a hurry to reach destinations. That is, most accidents start the first 30 minutes of the journey and the last 30 minutes of the journey because they want to get home fast. They are already close to home. They just want to get that. They become, they tell us that tortoise was inside a pit. The day they want to remove it, he said that you I doesn't like to stay inside this type of place. But it have been there. So that is the issue. Everybody must be careful. Drivers must make sure that their tires, their brakes are in order. It's very important. If you are moving a vehicle that cannot stop within your determined or predetermined stopping distance, then it is as dangerous. If you are too close to a vehicle, it's not good if you are driving.
Okay.